Hey everybody, and today we're going to be doing a long-term review of the Leatherman Rebar. I bought this exactly 6 months ago, like maybe even 6 months and 2 days if you want to get real exact. I bought it from a guy, I said in my initial review, who just didn't like it, and after 6 months, I completely don't understand what he didn't like about it. I carry this every single day. I think since I got it, I maybe have carried, well, if I'm reviewing something else, I'll carry it, and like there's a couple things that I haven't finished the videos on yet, but this is my everyday carry item. I was doing the free P4, that was my first like multi-tool review. I did that for about 2 full months, got this, and I was like, you know what, this is where it's at for me. So let's take a look at the sheath first. It's in the sheath. Holding up pretty good. I mean, there's some stains, and you know, it's taken some abuse. I mean, it has been used every single day for 6 months, so I would like to get one of the leather Ainsworth sheath. And it seems like every time I make a video, I'm like, oh, I just got a new job. Well, I just got another new job, and I'm making a little bit more money, so I'm gonna, I think, pick up one of those. Probably not really soon, but maybe around Christmas, I'll get one of those and give that a shot, because, I mean, this still has a lot of life left in it, but I just figure I'll get something new for some style points. But, alright, I'm gonna take it out of the sheath, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we've got it opened up and out of the case, I mean, as you can see, there's been some blemishes, some hard days put in on this thing over the past 6 months. The only little bit of rust that I'd ever got was on the back of the serrated blade. It was starting to get little pock marks. You can kind of see them where I kind of buffed them out. But that was the only tool that was really getting like that. I'm not really sure why, but all I did was take some steel wool to it and cleaned it up, and it looks fine now. So I was getting nervous for a while. I'm like, oh my god, it's like rusting. What the hell do I do? And yeah, it cleaned it up and it looks fine. So I'm going to go through each tool kind of like I did in the review, just a little more in depth. And I'll let you know how much I'm using it. So first of all, we'll start with the serrated blade. Rarely am I using this, like very rarely. It's nice to have, but it's not something that I use, I mean, even every week. So, you know, it is what it is. It's included. At some point or another, I do want to get the knifeless rebar and give that a shot. Just to review it, and also I really do like multi-tools with scissors. I think the scissors are very useful. If you have a mustache and you like trim your mustache frequently like I do, I basically exclusively use multi-tool scissors to do it. I don't have another small pair of scissors, and it works perfectly. So I really do find myself using scissors quite a bit, even for freaking like personal hygiene maintenance. Next up, we have the combination tool, the can opener, bottle opener, and wire stripper. I used the wire stripper when I was doing some electrical work at my house. I've used the can opener and bottle opener, you know, here a couple times here and there, but not that frequently. I just don't really drink a lot of stuff that needs to have the bottle opened like this. And the can opener, I mean, I have a can opener downstairs, and I don't bring like cans of food to work or anything really, so I haven't really used it that much. The Phillips driver I use a lot, especially in my job. I use it a lot. I use the Phillips driver frequently, so I love this. I love this Phillips driver. It's awesome that it's a full like 3D Phillips instead of the combination one that you get on other Leatherman tools. This is awesome. Excellent. Next up is the saw. I've used the hell out of the saw too, and it's still sharp. I really, really, really like this saw. This saw to me is like, I did not know how good it would be until I was helping my friend rebuild his deck, and we used it just to make a few cuts, and it was just like, damn, this thing really is like, this saw is impressive. So definitely a really good saw. Next up is the file, which could use some cleaning, that's for sure. I don't really use the file at all. I've actually used it once. So, I mean, if you want to like do your nails or something, you can do that, but like using it for work, one time. Next up, we'll do these two at the same time. So, I mean, they're just regular slotted screwdrivers. I use this one quite a bit. This one, not so much. But, I mean, you know, they function, they work, they've held up great. No complaints. And the knife? Okay, so I do daily carry the Buck 110 typically. And I've also been carrying another knife that you guys might have seen in the Dism review, the Gerber Airfoil. That's basically like a beater knife for me, and I carry that quite a bit. So I don't really use the knife that often, but I mean, the knife is nice, and the knife has held a good edge. I've sharpened it once. You know, it did get a little, like I said, little pockmark here, just like the Serrated Blade. But this is a good knife. This is a nice, this knife has come in handy because I will always have the Leatherman on me, but there's like a 20% chance I might not have a knife on me. So it is nice to have the knife, especially in my job. Knives, depending on what time of day you're working, kind of get frowned on. So it's nice to have the ability to have the knife, but not, you know, like carrying it separately at work all the time, which is occasionally frowned upon. Yeah, so it's nice that this is my backup knife, basically. While I was editing the video, I noticed I forgot the awl. Yes, I do use the awl quite a bit. It's good for if you're starting a screw hole, you can punch it into the wood a little bit, kind of dig it out. And I also use the awl when I punch a hole in a plastic lid for like a 5-gallon bucket, and it helps the bucket breathe and helps the stuff pour out of it easier. So yeah, I do use the awl. I know some people, you know, the awl's hit or miss depending on, varies person to person on whether or not you're actually going to use it. I find myself using it quite a bit, and I do appreciate it being on this tool. So yeah, that's basically it with the awl. It's I don't use it not even every week, but I like having it just for when I need it. So let's get down to the plier head. I mean, as you can see, I've been using these pliers. Like, they've got some stories. The replaceable wire cutters, when I clean it, I take them off. I clean underneath to try to keep that looking decent, and you know, just prevent any like goo from building up, basically. But I have not replaced these. These are the original replacement wire cutters for cutting like the plastic strapping over packages. Works good for those too. The replacement wire cutters are really nice. I mean, they're only $10 if you ever mess them up. I've cut like cable wire, phone wire. When I bought my house, there was a ton of loose wires and electrical issues. I use those wire cutters to basically do home improvement with, and they're still sharp. They still cut wire like nobody's business. I don't really know what you would have to do to have to get the replacement wire cutters. I guess you'd have to cut something really hard in the soft section and like nick them, but they're holding up great. Plier Head's holding up great. I mean, even sometimes, like if something gets filthy, I'll even take it like this and scrape, and it's not rounding over anything. You know, it's just great. So, I mean, after 6 months, obviously the love affair is still there with the Leatherman Rebar. This will more than likely be my EDC going forward. I'm considering treating myself to a gift in like a month or so and trying out the Surge, because I know as I review more stuff, eventually people are going to say, you got to review the Wave. You got to review the Wave. I know I have to review the Wave. But I want to get the Surge first. I don't know. I view the Surge as more of like a platform because it has, you know, the T-shank where you can replace the file and the saw. So I don't know. That's gonna be my next one. I don't know if I'll give this up for something else, but there's always the possibility. But I mean, if you're considering any Leatherman tool from the 4 that I have, I would recommend this one 100% over the other ones. I really would. I mean, so I have a Super Tool original, which was my dad's, a PST, this, and the free P4. I mean, this is great. It really is, like, it's something that I turn to every single day. I use it every single day, and it's just become part of my hip at this point. And I think in my original free P4 video, I said something like, I don't like carrying things on my hip. That opinion has 100% totally changed. I don't put the multi-tools in my pocket at all anymore. In fact, I don't like it anymore. I like having the freedom and the space in my pocket, and I don't notice the weight as much when it's on my hip, like, as opposed to having something that's constantly weighing down on your pocket. When it's on your belt, I just don't notice it basically at all. It's first of all, it's light to begin with, but second of all, I just don't notice the weight when it's on my hip at all. It's like it's not even there. So I figured I'd let you guys let you know how I'm doing after 6 months with the Leatherman Rebar. I mean, this is going to be like I said, this is my tool going forward. This is what I will probably base other tools against. Like, is it better than my opinion of this? And if it's not, then I probably won't continue using it afterwards. But would I say this is like a gold standard? No, because I haven't used enough of either the Leatherman line or the Gerber line or any other multi-tool company to be like, no, this is definitively the best. But it's certainly good enough for me. I would recommend it. I think it's still going online for $70. For that price, I think it's worth it. I mean, I know they make cheaper tools. Like, there's the Sidekick and the Wingman, and I think the Rev is still being made. But if you could save up the money, I would get this. Or the knifeless version, if that floats your boat too, if you like the tool set and that. But with this frame, and it's just a good tool. So, see you guys in the next video, and take it easy.